now that Houdini knows what to look for, like, are you seeing through his senses? Yep.
So I'm gonna just.
I think he goes through, and I'm like, hold on a sec.
Incidentally, as he goes through, this is correct. Because he's in a different world.
Do I not sense him at all even?
No.
I don't
You
know
can
if Houdini
see-
is. Oh, I can see him?
Yeah, but you can't. The connection between familiars is broken.
I mean, he's there, but he's not there. There's some block in the connection that I have with him. I don't know.
Perhaps he just needs to leave this for now. I don't think, again, delving into the dungeons of Castle Gomez or not. We need to leave the dreamland and get a rest.
Can you determine where it is? In the castle?
Am I able to, like, know where in the castle?
Yeah,
Vi tar vekk alt
it's
som er
where
i
Houdini
rommet
went
mitt, og så vil jeg lage en seng over.
I mean,
En
could it
finere
be that
seng
last
over
time we
med
went
en
out
liten vindu, og så kan jeg sitte inne i
and
vinduet
that's
og lese
actually
eller se
the
på.
real world
Og
up
så
there,
er
if we needed to get
så er
into
sengen
it,
min på.
go up.
Så sengen min
can I
også
whistle?
er på
If I
taket.
whistle back
Og
up,
så, og så er det klær og sånt under med hvor jeg
well, I
kan
mean,
tenne på og
seems
gjøre
like we can travel
lekser.
through no problem.
I'm not sure what's
Jeg ser på noen ganger så når jeg er på YouTube, så kommer jeg på YouTube Shorts, og da finner jeg sånn at det er 2 eller 3 eller mange barn, og de har ikke bra rom, så de gjør det litt rom. Men jeg vet at det ikke er ekte, men det ser så fint ut.
The Countess has this.
Det er ikke ekte, fordi barna går inn i veggen, og de ser ikke ekte ut av ingenting.
It might be important
Men rommet ser kjempefint ut.
after we recruit the steel things. We come here and gather this first, that if she thinks this is her means of escape, we take it away from her.
Or knowing that we can probably gather this up on the other side, if she does escape, trap her in the dream world.
I mean, that's possible, but
Not that I don't want to take care of her, but
I mean,
I know we wouldn't want to get stuck in there. But
It is fascinating to think like this creature can move back and forth between these two worlds. And by other means, these druids seem to have a place in the real world and one in the dream world where they exist simultaneously. If she is only in the dream world, what that might be, what might happen.
the thing that makes me uneasy, rule number 10, confirm and kill. If we sentence her to hopefully die in the dream,
Jeg er glad at vi ikke er i den
she
store
could come
køen
back with
der.
an army of dream monsters. Maybe she comes back with the Zoogs and destroys us all. It's not a chance that we should take.
although the other thing is, if she goes in, is it that her spirit goes in, but her body still stays in the other world?
Then she would be most vulnerable if we can catch her going in, remove the exit, destroy the body. This is all something that we're going to have to investigate. Fortunately, when we infiltrate the castle, we won't know
Oi,
the
den bilen var ødelagt.
unless we try to observe her using this portal and remain on scene. Which in itself is a challenge.
She knows we're here. She knows we...
Bensinstasjon. Jeg har sånn kaffekopp på bensinstasjonen, og da
her statue and her
Ja,
guard.
fordi
This
du
is the
elsker
difficult thing.
kaffe
If we
så
leave
mye.
now,
Ja.
which we should do, the smart move is to wait, to go recuperate. But that means that she has all the time in the world to come down and see what we've done, know that we're still alive, and know that she could probably surmise that we know a bit more.
I got one more idea. What if, from this dream side, we can block it? So regardless if the portal's open on the other side, it's blocked on this side.
That looks like him. Wait.
Summon some wooden planks.
There's just something you're fixated on building materials for some reason as a magic master. Like you need a construction expert. I think is what you're looking for.
How is the
I cast magic that I think is what you're looking for.
How is the
I cast magic that
fortress is built? I thought it was with magic.
it was with stone and everything. Like there's
So magic.
just feel like
What about the druids? Could the druids know something about this? It's like vulnerable or something.
Jeg husker når jeg var veldig liten, så var mamma veldig sint. Og da, da kranglet dere, og så ga jeg mamma drømmesten, og så bare
is this
drømmesten gjør meg. Ja, da gjør drømmesten. Begynte hun å le.
Ja.
How wide is it?
The transmute rock, we can turn rock to mud or mud to rock. So I was thinking, could we melt the ceiling, but it wouldn't do anything, just rock to mud. Or like in the other side, we could turn
Mud all over this mirror, and then rock.
like, you would have to,
Houdini could roll in the mud, roll himself all over it.
it might slow her down. She would definitely have to break through some kind of mud wall. But it may. It's something like this. Something. Yes. Yes.
No, we don't have any mud around here.
But if this sheet is mud, but you would need to haul a considerable amount.
Well,
Can we get another lay of the room now that it's lay of like what's in the room beyond like the statues that crumbled?
a lot of
Oi, det var
bodies,
mange
a lot of skeletons.
biler på.
And before the Yes.
Huh?
I mean, even some of these spell books can
Hi.
be selling them later. Does Wizard ever have more knowledge?
I mean, if there's any of
Hot.
note, I would love to. But maybe, are any of
That?
Academy books? In
Shadows.
Academy
Drunkenheim.
has a lot of books, and they're not
There they are.
books. I was thinking Wizard maybe
I'm
Academy
not really wish to will.
here. It's possible. You would need to spend time deciphering the like maybe even for there they maybe have it. Let's take him. I like it. I'm pretty.
Yeah, maybe River would give us some money for it.
While you two are doing this, I've created a ruse of sorts to mislead our enemy. I've gathered a few of the scattered body parts and laid my old cloak down next to them, as well as my old rapier. And I'm like, look, dead Wilhelm.
I hope she's not watching.
You're examining it.
Now she'll come down and think that we all killed each other.
I throw a hand axe down, the one I'm not attuned to. Like, there is my contribution to the ruse.
You know, I'm not asking us to give up our valued possessions. I'm just carrying some old clothes and
I then
old
pick up
weapons.
my axe again. I say, okay.
I mean, that was a good contribution.
What do they expect?
Yeah, I'm gonna leave some old clothes as well. Okay.
I only have
You know, because she's not going to be confused by the fact that her giant demonic statue is gone. So
You know, it's possible to
Wilhelm needs this. Okay,
Yeah.
we're doing this for Wilhelm.
you're acting as if people can't kill each other at the same time. It's quite possible.
Okay.
I might have died of my wounds or been ripped to pieces.
Is there anything else you guys would like to do here? I believe we must reunite with the druids and leave Druid once and for all, or until we get a break.
Ja.
I'm excited about this plan.
How are you for Wilhelm?
It stopped bleeding. It's probably going to be a scar.
again, it's not impossible. It's the dreamland is, well, it's what, like one big thin place. And the great thing about it is that dreamland isn't just a good night's sleep away. And so there's lots of magic taps into it. It's almost like a borderland place where you can get to other places very, very easily. But you have to be careful when you go to the dreamland, especially if you go there physically. Who knows how it can affect you? Us here under the effects of the spell, even us, well, our bodies rest in the waking world. We can die here. We can be changed here. And so when your body is here, it's nothing.
Could it have
What
something?
did it feel like when you reached through?
You know, when you're dreaming and you have a sense of your body, but it all feels just somewhat misplaced.
That numb feeling, like when part of your body goes to sleep, the rest of it's awake.
Yes. It was that, which is odd because I was reaching from the dream world into the real world, but it felt as if it was the dream and I was in reality.
Strange.
She feasted on a creature from the dream world. Could it be the reason why she may travel from one to the other?
As I said, vampire is a creature of the night. Night is when dreams come out. And also when nightmares come away. The vampires, they prey on the blood in the body. But there's more than just blood that nourishes a vampire.
Pappa, jeg har sett på YouTube. Noen ser på kule ting.
What else
For eksempel, de har sett
I just heard the stories of them drinking blood.
Blood is,
forskere
there's a kind of
fant
magic in
noe
blood
som
too.
så ut som
You see it in all the dark spells that get worked.
noe som så ut som en romvesen, men bare at den var død, at det var skjelettet til
Where's the
romvesen.
vampire drinking blood?
Og de forsker og ser på den.
No.
Så,
Terrifying.
Start drinking blood now.
It's just that we could be making
You have enough tickets.
I'll back my drinking blood.
And that's what makes a vampire a terrifying creature. Because a vampire, creature of the night, creature of the blood, creature of the magic, a creature that can tap into all sorts of the energies that are around. Dangerous.
jeg har også sett på YouTube at noen har funnet
Lets them even exert kind of
tenner
power in the
fra
vampire.
en hai som bodde i hagen.
Vampire transforms into
Ja, den haien var kjempestor. Det var en kjempestor tann.
kind of power.
Og de har også de fant også dinosaurskjelett inni
We
hagen.
got quite a fight in our
Hva var det du
hands.
sa da?
I guess whatever we can do to know. Thank you.
After some time, you return to the Narrows of Light and catches you lay down upon where you fell asleep. And when you wake, it is this
dinosaurskjelettene og sånn,
Ja.
de måtte de ta vekk.
you feel fully
De
rested.
kunne de ikke
Long rest?
beholde.
And
Men det var ganske kult å
What?
se en ekte tann
you still
som
recall,
var fra en kjempesterk og stor
Ja.
but
Før
it's
så
the
var
recollection of
huset,
strings,
hagen og hele huset til
parts of it that don't make sense.
dems det
strangers
være
waiting
det er en sjø.
an axe.
Her har jeg vært før, det husker jeg.
Oh yeah.
New things.
Yeah,
Før så var
Forgot
det,
my
the new things that you find on your
før så var
person.
jo trærne mye større og
And-
det var
and-
mye mer CO2 i lufta.
Feeling is
Har du hørt om det?
Nei.
CO2.
almost like
Nei.
Det er det
Oh, but I
trær og
always had
planter
this.
spiser.
I look over at Bruce.
Da
the cat purrs.
trærne og
He's his normal self.
plantene mye
Right?
mer å spise.
Oh yeah,
No.
he's just a cat now,
He's
right?
the cat. But he
Men
nods
mennesker
as you open the
ødelegger jo
hand
egentlig
of your
verden.
hand and see the key.
Fordi de bygger jo.
And I have it. I
I
want to
don't think
imagine
I-
that it's sort of invisibly draped around my neck and held underneath my cloak.
Boys, I had this weird dream where Bruce was this big old thing, and it was terrifying. But I feel so much better waking up and just seeing him like this. And
You're actually the last ones to wake up. As you arrive, the druids are already awake, and as you rise, Stoneheart, the dwarven woman, who again, oh, I know you, and she comes down with a wooden tray and a few freshly prepared fruits and meats, and some cups of water. And says, "I thought you'd be hungry, so I fetched you some indeed when you wake up. I always like a good breakfast when I get up in the morning."
Thank you.
Thank you. Just can't quite recall what happened. I'm doing my best to hold on to what we accomplished. But you were there. You were
I had a similar dream. In my dream, though, I had incredible depth perception. Uncanny. Is this something you guys just it's been a long time.
out of mind for when I was a bit less aged in the face. Good times.
Time has been terrible to you. Oh my god.
Never tell a lady that.
Raph, rule number 59, when you can be anything, be kind. That was not kind.
No, it's
all right.
It's all the wisdom.
It's all my
That is
memories
the- it-
and wisdom,
yeah,
exactly.
That's an amazing axe. Is that what we went for?
I
Did
think
you always have that axe?
I didn't,
That's your
but
axe?
I did.
That's your axe.
It's my axe.
Right?
But I didn't think it always looked like this. It's quite more shiny than I'm used to.
Now, between the weeks, Jill, you had asked me if you could take the opportunity, because you leveled up last week, if you could take the opportunity to do some retraining.
Mhm.
And as you awake from the dream with your memory shifted, did you want to take that opportunity?
Yeah. I think I need to work this in a little bit, but if you give me a little bit of time, I think I can get pretty good with it. Boys, do you mind?
Not at all.
All right. I'm gonna go off and find a tree, the biggest tree I can find, and I'm going to work with the axe and get a little bit more proficient with it. So
Okay.
I am gonna switch my fighting style up and feet, if that's okay.
Yeah, I'm okay with this. So what are you changing?
So I'm changing. I'm gonna change my fighting style to defense since I lost some AC. It's gonna give me a plus
Plus
one.
one AC.
And then I'm gonna take, instead of dual wielding, I'm going to take great weapon master.
Oh
Whoa, yeah.
no. You did this to yourself, Monty.
What's your? Can I want to imagine Rudy's training montage. What's your training montage?
First of all, we're just sitting by, like, patching up our wounds and, like, sipping tea and sitting, watching Rudy conversing. And Rudy goes on her epic montage.
So I first start and I'm running through the forest, finding trees, and the little ones I'm kind of culling in one swing as I go. Another point, I'm like climbing trees to get used to the strength of the axe using it. And then another one, again, I find the largest tree and I let out a woo, and I cut down the biggest tree. And I walk back into the druid and say, "There's plenty of firewood out there for you. You'll never need that again."
The druids have a horrified look on their face, and one of the druids said, "Some of those trees were my friends."
This is where we make our leap.
Let's get going.
Thank you for the hospitality.
We're calling it in Dreamland, and
Ow. That's really all I could say.
Several of the druids immediately start using plant growth spells to heal the damage that you have done. But understandably, they.
We got them out of Dream World. Let's go.
They'll overlook that part because they are alive because of you. So
what was the favor that I asked of the druids? They're helping us somehow.
Yes. That's static. You have a werewolf to help you deal with. A werewolf and a vampire. What an odd pairing. Seems like the plot of some strange movie. That's a movie.
Great. It's sorry.
I mean, I've read both a very good book about that and very bad books about that, so it's a classic story.
I have to thank you for what Charlemagne did. This was a path that I was set upon that, if not undone, would have terrible consequences.
Stand amongst the standing stones and the moon tree of the above the barrels of Manliki, as Tadek stands with Charlemagne, who in the daylight is a radiant creature. He places his hand on Charlemagne's Charlemagne's neck, and Tadek says, "Truth be told, we dealt with a lot back there in Dreamland, but a Luke Guru is another matter entirely. You said now, this man, this Ricker, he wants to be cured.
That's what he told us.
Well, we better get back quickly. In order for us to do this, the full moon is only 2 days away. So, what we will need to do,
So many people walking.
prepare a place. I will prepare the mixtures to anoint him. The way you can cure his curse is he will be anointed with the mixture. Drink it deeply under the moon. This will transform him. Under a full moon, a Luke Guru has no control of himself. We'll need a plan.
I mean,
I'm sure we can tie him down and hold him down with some magic, right?
We have
You'll need
needs.
powerful magic. I've seen a Luke Guru break chains.
Hvorfor er det alltid en K på en
We have magic
bensinstasjon?
and we do have
Fordi det er Circle K, heter de bensinstasjonene der.
well,
Circle, vet du hva det er da? På norsk?
Well, I mean, combine
Ja.
the chains with
Hvor er din K?
Ja,
the magic that you exhibited in Dream World.
det er ordspill, tror jeg de
The
mener.
Luke Guru must then be mortally wounded by inherited silver. And as it gasps its dying breath,
Nå skal vi
Charlemagne.
vente på han da. For å takke.
and this will undo the curse.
will break the curse. Yes.
will all those that this Luke Guru cursed also be free?
I certainly hope so. Yes.
And will this get rid of that curse, or will it move it on?
It will end the curse.
I'm going to surrender the ingredients, the sparkling waters. I mean, it's kind of theirs.
I was gonna ask if they had some extra.
Technically, it's got your name on it, but I'm going to surrender
Take it
the.
off.
But you're
list,
keeping the
that's
wand,
What one?
and I'm keeping the boots and the amulet.
What wand? What boots? What amulet?
I'm whispering.
Oh, the wand regains 6 charges.
Amazing.
Oh.
That is our. If we can undo this curse, he will be in our debt, and he will help us fight the demons.
this will heal in him before we go back, guys. He's gonna be a regular man at that point.
He's still a warrior.
That's true.
And he has an army of warriors. And I do plan to make an offer to those men and women who follow him. Once they're free of their curse, I'm sure some of them have families that they do wish to return to. But if they don't, if any of them feel obliged to stay, they can be recruited into the Hooded Lanterns and be the army of the Von Kessels.
Earn a wage.
Right?
Earn a decent living.
Though there is an option for them. If they have nowhere to go, there's ways that they can help.
We plunder the castle of Kesselholm. Keep. We take the funds that the Countess is using to pay for them, and we
help.
We continue their support.
Yeah.
Oh, the Hooded Lanterns came up for an army, so let's give them an army.
That's the goal.
Ja,
Jeg elsker drømmesten.
er det
This is
det?
what River wants.
Ja.
River wants us to.
We haven't checked in with her. Should we give her a message?
We can. I mean, powerful than she could ever understand.
Should I say, you'll never believe what we've been through, and Wrath is much more powerful. Is that what you want to say?
Just say Wrath powerful. Save sending.
Jeg tror hun skal være
Alright, I do
baby.
take the sending stone, I just send her.
Og du
You'll
var
never
baby.
believe what we've been
Ja, men
through.
da
We'll
kunne
update you later.
Når vi skulle sykle, så kunne
Wrath,
jeg
more
sitte
powerful.
oppi en vogn.
River responds, glad to know you're well. Strange magic's been detected in Drakenheim of late. Everything's okay. Be safe. Chat soon.
Strange magic in Drakenheim feels like a regular Tuesday.
Do you think it could have been us?
Nå er vi fremme.
Jo.
I mean,
Yup.
strange magic caused Charlemagne to get stuck in the first place in Drakenheim. Us damaging the rift and freeing Charlemagne.
Oi, det var en liten by.
Well, maybe the steward.
Hæ?
And his
Liten by?
Right, 'cause he's
Ja,
the
se
one
der inne.
causing it all.
Yes, the steward.
Er det by?
Ja, en liten by. Det er som, det er mange huser sammen, det er en by.
Ah.
Det er en mini-by. En liten by.
And yeah,
And he keeps watch.
that might affect it.
Tenk om alle de husene var våre.
We can't, yeah.
Sånn, skal vi gå ut da?
That's right, Bruce. We did a great job.
Så må vi huske
You have a
drømmesten
weird memory
og
of the
bagen
dream
og
of
iPaden
Bruce.
og iPad-laderen.
Hvor er iPaden og
Talking
iPaden?
in the dream, it was there.
Like, I've been hanging out with you and Bruce so long that I just imagined that he could talk.
That's
It's just a cat, though.
Reserve his thoughts.
I had a dream, Raph. Calm down.
As time goes on, do we forget more and more? You know, like when you have a dream,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
like you only
more-
recall certain pieces.
Yeah, exactly. Particularly the ones that stuck out, right? You know, there will always be certain moments that you carry with you from that time, but it's like every time you recall it, like every time you recall a dream, it gets more and more difficult to remember exactly it. But I leave that to you to decide how that works for your characters.
I think I had a dream that you attacked my father.
Oh yeah, you remember him blowing up your father's separate head. Yeah, it was horrible.
That I don't think happened.
I mean, maybe not in your dream, but I'm telling you, I dreamt that. I'm
Why would you
letting
dream that?
I don't know why you would try to drink that.
Well, probably because of the horrific things that happened to my father and the fact that you blow things up. But it's,
Yeah, I could see how you could sort of piece together that, but I don't see how.
dreams don't always make sense. I'm not saying you did attack my father. I'm saying that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you did.
I'm just having a comment. Ah, oh man, it's hard.
Paddock offers to use the transport via plant spell to help you get back to Newcastle. It's been some time since I've been there, but I remember an old oak or two. Hopefully no one's chopped them down.
And the only tree that chopped down is around this area. I swear to you, mostly heads there that I've chopped off. So
Specifically, could you bring us to the lodge?
I've been in those parts of the woods before, but should be able to get us within a few hours probably.
yeah, I just think you're right outside.
It's just me and Charlemagne.
As long as the two of you can help us with Lulu Peru.
The rest of my circle has been through a lot,
I understand.
and I have a responsibility for it. I can help you. I owe you a debt, and I can help you with this loop. I have a few other things that I can offer you to help you. That's what it's the least I can do.
I thank you for all of that, and I offer you and the other druids who are staying behind. First of all, I honor and thank the help that they did provide us. And if everything goes well, I don't know what I'm capable of offering, but if we can reclaim Kesselholm in the future, should you need anything, I will do my part to aid the Druid Circle.
I'm not much of a warrior myself, but I'll say this. On the eve of your battle, I will conjure up the spoils of Van hunt. Partake of those, and may her blessings embolden the battle ahead. In other words, he's going to have to cast Hero's Feast for me.
On the eve of the battle.
He can cast it for you once.
Oh.
So it's up to you when you want to use it.
Probably on the eve of the battle.
Agreed.
Yeah, we just ate, thanks to the
Stoneheart.
So
And there is one other thing. I do not offer this of any small offering, but three of you risk your lives for me and my flock. Should any one of you go into that dark night of death, come back to me, and I will make you.
That's mighty generous of you.
You can do that.
It is not outside my power. It is a grand spell, and one that I only invoke for those who have earned it. But as far as I'm concerned, I owe you my life. And with us. If I can repay that debt, then we will be even.
But that is such an incredible gift, and again, I thank you.
Of course, as far as we're concerned, there is no bit, but we appreciate thought, and we appreciate that if something does happen to us, then we know that we got friends in other places that'll help us.
Unfortunately, so you know, at least one of you will have to, it's a life for a life. So, I can only offer this for you once, for one of you.
Understood. So don't all die. It's what he's saying.
Yeah, don't all just do it.
Like, if we're going to die, one of us needs to die. I volunteer.
That's true.
You think I would let you die on my behalf?
If
No.
one of us is going to die, it has to be me. It's the right thing to do. If there's
Not dying?
I imagine we start arguing about a theoretical situation where there would be a sacrifice play and how it would have to be me. But
You're like, I would dive in front of you. No, I would dive in front of you, diving in front of me.
Like why you would dive in front? Like let one of us die, and then we just all. Like I also have the like I wrote your names down. Like you're fine. Like everything's
we're
fine.
already arguing about who's going to die.
I will die for you.
I will die for you.
I don't want to die for either of you. We're not gonna.
We know, Raph. We know.
Listen, you would die for Bruce, though.
Can you bring back Bruce?
No, you would die for Bruce, so you would
Not
protect Bruce.
Waste the hour and 10 minutes every time to bring him back. Revive my cat.
If we waste this one revive on your cat that you can summon back,
It's not that I can. It's that do you care enough? That's
What?
Oh. You're shaking your head so quickly.
Raph,
You know what? We don't have to worry about this. We're all in great health.
Exactly.
We have escaped dreamland with our lives.
Our goal is to never have to use
you're
it.
cured.
You're cured.
We feel a sense of urgency. Just
Less lupine, more feline.
feel much more alive.
All right. What's your next move?
I guess we're heading back to the lodge to talk to Rickard and let him know what's up.
All right.
How much time has it been in the real world?
Only a few days have passed, but the full moon is now 2 days ago. So with that, Tavik asks transfer via wave lines. You step through one tree and merge in the next. And that's where we'll take our break. And we are back from our short rest. We have restocked our consumables, filled our bellies with pasta, thanks Kirsten, and we are ready to play some more D&D. With that, appearing in the woods near Kesselwald Lodge, you find a forest trail and make your way back towards where the lodge is located. There, it is
Well, I get to go to work tomorrow at least.
steel banks
Since
are on high guard.
my mother could take care of my daughter
And
to at least
several of
tonight.
look rather surprised when you return.
She can
They're
work.
back!
She
They're
can,
back! And they call out.
She can
and
work
they-
from
and
home, so
one of the soldiers says,
it's possible.
you didn't escape. Pretty unbelievable. Guess you do have some honor.
Man is only as good as his word, and we intended to keep ours from the start.
Tadek, as you approach, says, Charlemagne and I will keep our distance for now. But we would rather not get entangled with these mercenaries.
Understood.
Kesselwald Lodge, again, is a big manor house in the midst of a large estate with the servants out building it and the stables. The Steel Fangs have barricaded several areas around it and actually set up several watch posts. And they lead you back in through the front doors of the manor. And let's see. Boss says you're supposed to give us your weapons.
Still.
Show them.
And I mean, I can't really take it out anymore. It's a giant axe. I'm just holding it.
As you produce the axe, a shiver goes down the spines of the soldiers. I'm not that one of the someone said. Bing makes me feel. They shun away from it. You hang on to that. Just don't show it in front of us.
I chase them with it a little bit like. Yeah, that's right. That's what happens when you try to take our weapons. Don't worry about it.
If I'm to give you my weapons, I need confirmation that,
You know what? Never mind. Tell the boss it's fine.
Very good. Is Elias here, and is he well?
You'll see him in a minute.
You've taken good care of him?
Oh yeah, we've taken good care of him.
I didn't like the way you said that. That was odd tone.
Well, you don't have to like anything.
I chased them with it again.
I don't like that.
There's still
Just doing all of this to try to help. No problem. Rudy can chase you with the axe.
What's going on down there, you lot? Come on! And you hear this thundering howl reverberating down the halls as Rickard's Steel Fang's heavy steps come down the stairs. Making all that ruckus, those three better be back.
We have
We are.
returned.
Ah! Whoa, what's that?
It's the biggest axe I've ever had.
That's a lot of axe.
And only one big woman, big enough, strong enough to carry it.
Well, as long as you're not swinging it at me.
Funny thing,
Here's the...
we have the components for the undoing of your curse.
You do.
We are ready to perform the ritual.
You are.
On the full moon in 2 days.
What?
Are you surprised?
Just a little. Yeah. I have to say, honestly, I thought that you guys were never coming back.
We made an agreement, and I made a promise.
Yeah.
What good is a man if he can't keep his word, Rickard?
Yeah.
Rickard, where is Elias Drexel?
I've kept my word to him. He's here. He's still alive.
Is he well?
He is.
And we see you make sure you're keeping your word.
Go get him. Been a rough couple of days since you've been gone. The Countess says her cronies come about looking blue. It's been hard to keep the cover up.
We thank you for your efforts, Rickard.
I'm sure by now the Countess knows that we weren't anywhere that she expected us to be.
We had a run-in with her ourselves on our journeys. It's complicated.
So the game's up then. She knows you're coming for her.
It's hard to say. She knows we're around. But our meeting was not anywhere that I think either of us expected. And so she might not... She never asked any questions. She never gathered any information. It was a very brief meeting. She might just think that we're lost. past. Perhaps dead. Although by this point she probably knows we're not, but
You are the wild card. That you are what she does not expect.
Alright. So what is this cure? Do I drink it? Do I just tell me you don't have to stick it up my butt.
I mean, depends how the battle goes. During the full moon, we are going to perform a ritual. It has to be on the full moon. And we may have to fight you in your Luke Guru form, but once the
You're
ritual...
gonna fight me under the full moon.
With the ritual in place,
And this. Ugh.
So that is for me.
with this axe and the ritual in place, it will undo your curse.
That sounds a lot like killing me.
We brought someone to make sure that doesn't happen.
Rickard, I haven't lied to you yet.
What does this whole ritual entail?
There's like tears, sparkling.
A concoction.
You drink a
say.
concoction.
Okay. I figured there'd be some kind of potion, but what's all this ritual business?
You transform, and you must be mortally wounded.
Mortally wounded?
But then healed by the special guest that we brought. And they will make sure that you do not pass on.
It sounds like some kind of yarn to get me vulnerable and off me.
Why, if we wanted to off you, would we choose under the full moon to do so? And why would we have brought a unicorn?
Why would we
You have a
make
unicorn?
We have a unicorn. Charlemagne came with you.
Yes. That was our special guest.
You have a unicorn.
We brought a unicorn to perform the ritual to cure you. The mortal wound is an important part of the ritual.
I never thought there was any such thing as unicorns.
Well, I'm here to surprise you, Rickard, because, again, I've kept my word this far. If I wanted to kill you, I wouldn't choose a full moon to do so.
Fair enough. I mean, I wouldn't choose a full moon to try to kill me either. And I gotta be honest with you. You better be ready for it, because look it, I can't control myself under the full moon.
We know.
I can't be held responsible for what I might do under the full moon.
As,
We're going to take some extra precautions, are we not?
I was actually just going to ask, as a professional, your opinion probably matters the most. Are there any precautions you recommend we take?
Besides not doing
I mean, that would be probably the best precaution I could say.
it. Yes.
Normally, around this time before full moon, I take myself out as far in the woods as I can get myself.
Is there...
Let myself go wild.
Of course, we should be not around other people while we're doing this.
Is there anything sturdy enough to bind you, to hold you, to restrain you?
Well, I once tried tying myself to a tree. I once tried chaining myself to a tree. I once tried locking myself in a cage. I once tried locking myself in a cage that was tied to a tree. I once tried, well, there was that one time that I was locked in a cage on a ship. That was bad. Oh, man. There was that one time I went in a cave and we rolled the stone in front of it. Man, that didn't work. Yeah, so...
I mean, I'm sure we're not expecting these restraints to keep you tied down the whole time, but at least to give us a little bit of extra help while we fight you on a full moon in your loup-garou form.
If we can get a few swings at you...
I mean, I heard that there was this one time that this wizard tried to use a spell on me, but it lasted for about, like, 30 seconds, and then I disemboweled him.
Well, there's a lot that we can do with 30 seconds.
Disemboweled. That's fair.
The wizard cast a spell and then he disemboweled the
But
wizard.
remember, if you're disemboweled, we can bring you back.
Yeah, I don't want to waste it that early.
I'm the full moon, you see. Magic don't work too good against me.
Well, that makes 1.5 of us not very adequate. It doesn't work too well. Are you being coy with like? Doesn't work at all.
Well, I guess you can say that the magical resistance of a Luke Guru under a full moon is legendary.
You could say that.
Yes, I understand what you mean.
Well,
And that it bestows some very potent advantages for me when I try to shake out the spell.
Noted.
there, Ricard, I must ask, is this, do you wish to see the light? Do you wish to be brought back in to that of the eternal flame?
You have a crazy looking axe there, and you brought a unicorn, which I still haven't seen yet, so maybe you're just pulling my leg. But if that's true, yeah. But I'm telling you, getting me under the full moon, I'm probably gonna kill you.
That's the only chance we have, Riku. And again, we promised.
Is there a way we may poison you? Can we infect you beforehand? Can we?
The silver hurt you.
Yes.
Is there a chance that we can silver my blade before the fight?
Melt down the utensils.
Melt down the
Finally, use the
utensils.
utensils.
Oh, the thing is that I can be wounded. You can even stab me, but as long as, but any wound that is caused by inherited silver, just use me.
So Rudy's the only one who can hurt me. I have an idea.
You know, in other words, he will regenerate from any wound caused unless that wound is caused by a weapon made of inherited silver. In which case, that defeats his regeneration.
Which is fine because we have Rudy.
Dude, what's your idea?
I mean, I could chat with him under the full moon and draw his attention to me. How fast are you when you're at your full potential?
Get the information about him.
Okay. To give you a
We're asking Rickard about his stat block.
yeah, he can share a little bit of that. Fear nothing. You can't sway me with any words. You can't control my mind with magic. And I will, however.
And I guess our only option is to stand and fight and hope Rudy delivers a killing blow with this new axe.
And you're gonna, like, not actually kill me, right?
You'll be returned without the curse.
We will mortally wound.
But, like, what? The unicorn's gotta be there, right?
Yes, so don't kill the unicorn.
Charlemagne will be within.
Oh, but I can't promise that. I mean, one thing that I know is that I usually go for the lab stuff first.
I'm sure Charlemagne Or flat.
We'll put it in a
Oh, no, I'll smell it.
flat.
We are going to cast Fly on the unicorn. You know, this is sounding like it's going to go well.
As a precaution, can Charlemagne write its name in the book of protectors? I can have 4 names.
You'll have to ask Charlemagne. Charlemagne is not here right now.
Okay. because we could maybe ask.
Yeah.
And give it a fighting chance.
I've also got an idea. Maybe just slow him down. Just a little bit. You said you could turn mud into stone, right?
Mm-hmm.
What if, before the full moon, we bury him in some mud, we turn it to stone, and then he's kind of like...
If we could dig a hole in the woods, neck height on Rickard,
And then I just hit his head.
as the full moon comes, we turn it into stone.
Love it.
We chip away at his head with the axe.
I mean, I'm sure he can get out of it, but at least it gives us a little bit of time.
I don't know how long it will give us, but it's something. Rickard, we're going to seal you in stone and chop your head off.
Like with some space underneath, so when he gets bigger, of course, when he transforms. Give a little give, or else it's just gonna break, but...
And then the unicorn will save you.
You know, there was this long time ago where I think a wizard did try to do that to me. I've never seen him again. I don't know, I just woke up and there was blood everywhere.
But maybe you took a few seconds to get out of it. And those few seconds could be...
I mean, a few seconds is all I need to rip your throat out.
I understand, but that's also all the time we need to chop your throat out.
Rickard, you say your thirst for livestock is unquenchable?
I mean, so I've been told, but usually, you know, the livestock is the first thing that I get my fangs on. I always did love a good steak.
What if we... Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
What?
We are going to go rob a farm. We're going to gather the livestock of a nearby farm. We're going to bring it to the site. We're going to set the livestock there as bait. We will... It might distract him. You become an animal. You don't... We still seal him in stone, and we get the swings in. Once he breaks out of the stone, we run away.
We assume he goes for the livestock at least.
Let me just let you know. I can't control myself. I'm not dumb. I know that.
So if we're swinging an axe at you, you will attack us.
Well, maybe we do everything we can to get me out of there every time I gotta swing the axe. I'm sure we can figure out some sort of strategy.
Do you have more powers under a full moon? I mean, you're part.
I'm not a Luke-garoo. I get a little bit testy, but, you know.
If we attempt this and succeed, we gain a powerful ally. But if we attempt this and fail, we may call upon the druid's request much earlier than anticipated.
I say the only way we can figure this out is to give it a go. If it doesn't work, we wait till the next full moon, I guess. Once we're
As long as we're still
as long as we're still around.
And Rickard, it sounds like you've tried just about everything and nothing has worked. And it's hard for you to recall if anything half worked or kind of worked or worked better.
Well,
Now, I can transform myself.
almost home again, so I'm gonna stop the stream and most likely play something on the computer. And since my daughter is now at my mother's house, I can go to work tomorrow. So I will be streaming while I'm driving. Catch you later or tomorrow. Oh. Uten hjelm. No helmet. Well, goodbye for